And that was Foreign Affairs Minister Lawrence Cannon talking from Wakefield, Quebec, with or about Canada's reaction to the violence that we're seeing on the streets of Libya right now. Tripoli, especially, one of those cities that's much affected. And here, let me just break down what he said for you. He said that Canadians on the ground there, about 400 of them listed with Foreign Affairs. He did say that they should keep in mind that commercial flights are still operating out of Tripoli, and if they wish to leave the country, they should do so. In the meantime, if they are there, they should avoid all gatherings because, in his words, they may turn violent without warning. Also, he's suggesting Canadians contact the Canadian Embassy in Tripoli if they need any assistance. Now, on the political front, here's the reaction from our Foreign Affairs Minister. He says that Canada strongly condemns the crackdown on the streets of Libya. He calls on the Libyan security forces to show restraint, to respect the freedom of speech and the right to assembly, and to stop using lethal force. So that's the reaction live from our Foreign Affairs Minister. He was asked, is there anything else that Canada is doing other than making a statement, and not at this point, but he said they are watching the situation very closely, and his priority as Foreign Affairs Minister is to ensure Canadians are safe. Here's what's interesting as well. I have Dr.Siraj Belkhair here in studio with me as we are live in Vancouver for this week. We were conducting our interview when that live event with the minister happened out of Quebec. So I'd like your thoughts, from someone who is watching. You have family members in Libya. You hear the minister say, we ask for the security forces to show restraint. We, don't want to see the violence on the streets. What's your reaction to that?
Well, I think this is a very weak statement, with all respect to the Minister of Foreign Affairs. I think as Libyan Canadians, we are expecting more than that. At least he should come up with a stronger statement against the regime. He can, like Canada in general, can do an actions against this barbaric regime and Qaddafi and his son.
What do you expect from Canada?
At least, well, why Canada doesn't start freezing their assets and their properties? They have a lot of millions of worth assets and properties here in Canada. Why they are waiting till he falls down? I mean, why can't we make an action, like a real action, that showing people in the world, in Libya, there's somebody really in solidarity with them? I mean, I feel that with his statement that I just listened to, he doesn't want to upset dictator Qaddafi, the same as what the Prime Minister of Italy said 2 days ago when he was asked by journalists what's his comments about what's happening in Libya. He said he doesn't want to upset Colonel Qaddafi.
Well, we'll have to watch for further information. I know you're keeping a close eye on the situation because you have family there in Tripoli. I want to thank you, Dr. Siraj Belkhair, for taking the time to join me here in studio.
Thanks for having me.
And that's happening here in Vancouver. You're watching CBC News Network. I'm Suhana Marchand. We are live in Vancouver all week. I certainly hope you join us. We are back in just a moment.